everybody. Happy New Year. We are the first day into the year of the horse, and it's been a red hot minute since we did our last phat cosmic chat. So Simi and I are here to share a little bit about what's going on, like what is actually going on in this crazy cosmic conversation right now. And we've had a little look at our own charts and our numerology around the year ahead. And yeah, we hope that this conversation brings some light. If you haven't met us already, I'm JD, and this is beautiful Simi. We've both been on this path of studying astrology and temple work and body work collectively for the last 60 years. And yeah, it's a really exciting time to be alive. Simi, what is your number? You're in a number 2 year this year, aren't you?
Yeah, I was sort of listening to all of these Year of the Fire Horse like shenanigans, and I was like, oh my God, why does that give me anxiety?
Yeah. Giddy up, get on the horse, ride.
Yeah, shed all the layers and get on the horse. And I was like, oh my God. And I thought, I wonder how that specifically works for me. And I was like, looked at my personal year number, which is a really beautiful way to kind of understand what cycles you're in, which we both love learning about the cycles and when to do what. And, so you can be in alignment and actually not build when you're meant to be letting go or vice versa. And I realized that we're in a number 1 year collectively, but personally, my year is a number 2, which is about patience and steadiness and right relations. So 2 is about relating and the symbiotic connection between things. And, it's not like a 3 or a 5, which is more forward movement. Um, and we were just sharing how to combine the personal year with the Chinese year and also your personal astrology, which we love doing all the time. We're looking at our charts and we're like, oh, it's in this house, and really getting that sense of timing and rhythm around understanding your own personal medicine with the year rather than just
Mm.
as a collective galloping fire horse that's just, um, how is it actually playing out for you? And should you be trying to learn to ride this wild animal when actually your horse is more, needing to learn your energy and to listen? You want to listen to your nervous system, and like we know these horses are energetic creatures. So yeah, we had that conversation, didn't we, darling? And you're in a number 1.
Number 1. Yeah. So for me this year is very much about new beginnings, starting. And it's so harmonic too with the starting of something, because that's very Aries. And in sidereal astrology, my sun is in Aries, my Chiron is in Aries, they're in the midheaven, and Venus is in an Aries cycle. So lovely, luscious lady Venus. This is not my natal. So we have our transits, and then the major theme of each transit of what the planets are doing right now. And then we have our natal, which is what is in our personal chart, like you were just talking about, Sim. And how do we work with it? And I see that like a compass going, oh yeah, okay, so that's my true north there. And I can, by working with this archetypal blueprint. So the Aries theme that Venus is going through and started last year in March is Aries, the initiator. So for me, I look at my chart and I see this really supportive environment of beginning, initiating, and focus.
Mm.
Yeah.
I love that. I love how, like, I asked you a simple question about the numerology and you just weaved in about five different aspects. It just shows the layers of knowledge that you have, like with the cycles of Venus and, understanding the archetypes of the numbers. Like the number one is Aries, it's the initiator. And so,
Mm-hmm.
like, knowing how to map the numbers with the signs, with the planet,
Mm.
the archetypes, with the year, with the wheel. Like, this is the level of embodied knowledge that comes from studying astrology for a long time.
Yeah, and then your cosmic bodies work too, because then where does that sit in the physical body and how we do the body work
Mm,
and treat our clients and, where it's sitting.
absolutely. And being a body worker, um, like that's kind of it actually started with astrology for me when I was traveling at 20 and I picked up an astrology book in London and that was the end of it. I was just like, oh my God, I was so obsessed and just had this pocket in my brain for remembering people's astrology signs. And
Me too.
and then coming home to study body work. And then over time, seeing this correlation between astrology and the meridians and the medical astrology and the parts of the bodies, like it's so helpful to understand when we're having a transit or when we're having an experience with a planet where that actually is affecting our physical body. And so we can know how to support ourselves at a physical level because we are souls, like our physical body is the expression of our soul and of our, etheric blueprint. It's like this is the manifestation and so knowing how to support that through body work or whatever it is that you need. Like I've been going to the chiropractor quite consistently for the last few weeks to kind of get my bones in alignment for, the year of the horse. It's like really feels really good to kind of know and understand what that is. And
Mm.
I think that's why we've become quite passionate about this Know Thyself container that we've been dreaming in for probably the last, I would say 10 years,
Yeah.
2016. You've
Yeah.
been discussing this gnosis, this understanding, this blueprint and architecture for women and men to really know and understand themselves. It's kind of the thing that I wish that I had when I was learning about all of the different modalities. And you absolutely can go and learn those for yourself and learn what you're drawn to. And it's all there. But we've kind of been dreaming in this container of holding so that in the in the experience of life as the planets are doing this incredible cosmic dance that they're doing at the moment, and everyone's wondering what the fuck is going on. We've been dreaming in this container of creating a space that is safe, that is nourishing, that is supportive to truly knowing yourself and to truly know how you're being affected, what cycles you're in, what transits you're in. Like we get hit a few times in life with these midlife transits, these Saturn returns, these Jupiter returns, these big juicy experiences.
Pluto square.
Blue,
Hold on to your knickers.
oh my Lord. And you and I are in the throes of the end of our Uranus opposition. We're kind of coming into this space of it's time. Like, even though, like, so the year of the horse, just coming back around, the year of the horse is the time to really, you know, get on your seat, get your structure aligned, let your nervous system attune to being safe when you're riding your horse, to know your center, to be firmly on it, to make sure you've got the right equipment. You're equipped with that gnosis so that you can take it at the speed that you want to. I mean, you could be like, if you look at the astrology of the year of the horse and beginning with all of this Aquarius energy, and you think of the winged horse Pegasus and that air energy, like you could have a winged horse and riding the ethers into like, who knows? It's so exciting and endless, the possibilities for each individual person. And I think
Mm,
I wanted to create a container of like inviting in that dreaming and that understanding and that gnosis.
yeah, I love that. I had the blessing and privilege of living on a horse rescue farm with
Mm.
my sister Sally, who is an incredible horsewoman. And natural horse personship is such a different thing. And what I would love to share and contribute today is like it's such a colonized mentality that we could just jump on a horse and gallop off and that it's ours to ride. Like it's so similar to the snake, right? We walk through the bush and if you're attuned to your body, like you were just talking about being in that gnosis and attuned, fully attuned, walk through the bush and you let the snakes know you're there.
Mm.
Like we don't go up to animals in the natural world and just force ourselves upon them. So I want to invite everyone to like calm and get the horse's trust because working between human and horse is it's a give and a take. It's hey, I will keep you safe or you keep me safe. And what I love about the fact that we have 3 New Years, we have the Chinese that is always working with an animal, which is a blueprint in consciousness. It's an archetype. So we've just worked with the snake, we've shed the skin. We can see how that's worked on a global level. And this is where I love what you were just talking about, Simi, and knowing our chart and what's happening with the transits, right? So we have our outer planets and they're all going through major, major shifts in signs. So the shift from one sign to the next is shifting these outer planets that every single individual is on this planet is going to be going through the major transits together.
Mm.
It's just where is it sitting in your chart?
Right.
And coming back to what you were talking about, Pluto has been in Capricorn in my 6th house ever since I got sick with fibromyalgia.
Mm.
And everyone's going, I love everybody who has offered solutions to me. And there was a stage there where I was like, there is something severely wrong with me. How come I can't quantum shift this? Like, blah, 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 blah. And then I sat there one day and I was tuning into Pluto. And I'm like, of course. Because the 6th house is what we do every day. It's our routine. It can be the physical body, right? So that was a part of my unique blueprint that is a rite of passage. There is not a feather waving anything that can just go over the top of it and go, oh, yeah, just quantum shift your way out of that. Because Pluto, in Pluto's nature, takes us deep. And right now, Pluto today, solar eclipse yesterday, Lunar New Year, getting to know the horse, getting to know ways that we may need to alchemize. Pluto, the chart today is Pluto is sitting at the edge of the 11th house, which is social. And next to Pluto is a few degrees away. We've got Vesta and we have Mars, 11th house. So we're looking at the shifting, shaking, alchemizing of what social revolution looks like.
Mm.
And then all the illuminaries, the two illuminaries and um, other personal planets, so sun, moon, illuminaries, Mercury, Mars, Venus, personal planets. Outer planets, what everybody's going through.
Hmm.
Know thyself is saying, okay, well, my sun, my conscious participation in my own journey, my moon, recognizing how I work with my subconscious mind, how I work with the tide, moon, tide, and then personal planet, how we take action, how we love, and how we communicate.
Mm.
So we've got this whole jam going on in the 11th house
Mm.
of social, and then the sun and the moon in today's chart are also there
Mhm.
in the 11th house.
Mhm.
The solar eclipse was there,
Mhm.
as well as Mercury,
Mhm.
Pallas Athena, fucking badass warrior woman. She is on the horse and she has got her archery arrow and she has learned how to ride that horse.
Mhm.
So there's all of this massive, massive astrological shift going on right now. And the world that we know it will never be the same again.
Mhm.
And it feels really frightening when we look around and we see what's being revealed. But when
Mhm.
you can make it personal and you can say, okay, well, what does this mean for me? Because
Mhm.
what I have influence over is my own backyard.
That's right.
I have influence over how my internal Venus nurtures and builds relationships. I have influence over how I change my subconscious programming. I have influence over what I consciously choose to say yes or no to.
Mhm. Yeah. And when you know who you are, you can get in the right alignment, and then that becomes the frequency of alignment and change that we need, because we need to know where we are in the cosmos to do something about it. If we don't
Correct.
know where we are, if we're in alignment with a system that's out of date and maybe not so true, then we're just following a false light, which the new age, I'm sorry, but it's full of it. And
Yeah.
I think the desire and the longing was to create a space, a bridge between tropical to sidereal, because I know a lot of people are following tropical because they're wanting this. Most people want to get into alignment. They want to know who they are. But we've been given
Yeah.
this false information. And so I think my intention, what we were talking about, was to create a container where people can come to learn their true map, the true night sky, the actual placement of the planets, the moment they were born, and how to get in alignment with that, how to nurture that, how to nurture your moon so that your sun can shine.
Mm.
Your true, like I think in tropical, my moon was Libra, which I always made fit. I was like, oh yeah, I can say I'm a people pleaser. I mean, who isn't? Like we all were. It's how we survived as children. Um, so I made it fit. But then when I found out my moon is actually Virgo, I was like, oh my God, like I felt it in my body. I was like, yeah, that's
Mm.
so much a part of my keeping myself nurtured is like having some sort of structure and order and like making sure like I know that for sure like my subconscious is always refining and like trying to make sense. I mean like cosmic bodies like trying to understand the body through the cosmos like
Oh, yeah,
the
that's so
Virgo
Aries,
risings.
alchemist. How
Um
many times have you rang me and gone, babe, I've been writing out a map. It's like this geometry of the dragon lines inside the physical body and how they map with the temple work in the womb and all the things. Like, you've been doing that for 10 years, but that's so Virgo.
it's so Virgo. It really is. And I'm so grateful for like you as my mirror to help me like try and make sense of it. And finally we have. And we're
Yeah.
bringing it to whoever feels the call to step into a container, into a space of two um, middle-aged maggers that are walking read a few books and
Read a few
fall-
books,
fallen over a few times. And we're just going
couple of wonky birds that know a lot of stuff.
exactly. We're really excited to share it and to walk with you. There's no hierarchy, there's no guru. We're just
Yeah.
learning as well, still looking at our charts, still asking the questions, and we just feel really impassioned and like it's a part of our dharma to share what we know. We're ready
Mm.
and we invite you, if you feel the call, if any of this resonates, to type Venus in the chat and let us know, and we will send you out the information when it's ready. We're literally just birthing it as we speak. It's been in the gestational stage for a long time, but it's finally here. And yeah, we're so excited to share it.
Deep dive. Know thyself. Can I just share one more thing before we go?
Absolutely.
What you were just talking about with your moon, I had the same experience. So in tropical astrology, my moon is in Leo and ascendant Leo. And I've always felt like, I don't know, I have that unconditional love of the lioness's heart, but I am so watery. In my tropical chart, I'm like predominantly fire. The only thing fire about me is the color of my hair and the Celtic line that's behind me, right? I'm actually really emotional and really sensitive. So when I found out that my moon is actually in Cancer and my ascendant is in Cancer, it's like, of course, because
Mm,
everything that I do is in devotion to Divine Mother,
yeah.
and recognizing that part of the system that is collapsing right now was created from separation from her.
Mm,
We don't need to pray to a masculine god and have all of these Saturnian structures around us. We get to now move into this age where we are unity consciousness, where it's masculine and feminine,
mhm.
where
Yeah.
that mother's heart is nurturing and flowing, but we have structure.
Mm,
So it's
yeah.
changed my entire life and given me permission to embrace parts of the
Mm,
shadows that I was in judgment of, couldn't make sense of, were actually things that I was trying to fit myself to
yeah.
fit
Mm,
according to my tropical blueprint. Yeah.
yeah.
And so we've got 3 new years. We've got lunar, which is always that midway point between the equinoxes. The lunation, that's halfway in between the solstice and the equinox. And then at the turn of the equinox is tropical or solar new year, which is mid-March. And then we have the 13 sign new year, which is in mid-April.
Mm,
So in everything that we honor, everything that we share is inclusive of all of it.
mm,
And I don't know if anyone knows this, but Cleopatra actually spoke to Julius Caesar about changing the astrology so that it fitted into quadrants of the year for farming. And I feel really passionate that we can be solar energized, tropical, honor what is there, but we need to be connected to our lunar rhythmic aspect and the 13 and what is the actual transits in the night sky. Otherwise, the systems that are collapsing right now, astrology is part of it. A system that was created in a timeline that is now falling. This is evolution. This is us moving forward. It is like, how do we take the gifts of our ancestors and embody them now? And yeah, so please type in Venus to be first to be notified when we open the temple gates to our Know Thyself container.
And I
And
think we're thinking of doing that around the 22nd of April. Or no, equinox, March the 20th.
yeah, we'll
Around.
start we'll start on the astrological new year at the equinox point.
Mhm.
And yeah, just mosey on in and start settling in and nestling into all of the things, start cycle mapping and stuff, and then we'll really kick it off on 13 sign new year.
Beautiful. I love that. So there's so many different beginnings that are happening, different cycles within cycles, but the one that we've all been privy to for the last thousands of years is dissolving. And so we're finding our footing in our own time, in our own rhythm and our own gnosis. And we're so
Yeah.
excited to, to build the temple and
Oh
to,
my God, amazing.
yeah, open the doors. So excited. Comment Venus.
Yeah.
We will see you soon. So much love, everybody. Happy New Year. Happy New Now.
Do something good for yourself,
Bye.
something nurturing. Bye. Mwah, mwah, mwah.